Are we back live? Yes, we are. We're
Yeah.
back live. Thank God. We are back live here in France. I do apologise. We have had a bit of a spectator glitch, and that is nothing to do with my end. Liam is out the race. Anybody know what happened to Liam? But Spice Virus is in the pits. He's now coming out of the pits. Everything's fixed. Lovely jubbly. And Button is now out in front of the lead of the race. And leads by a certain time gap, but I can't see the time gap. 1.2, thank you very much. Variable sitting in third place at the minute on the super soft compounder tyre. He has done 7 laps on those. There is a bit of battle going on behind though. Bossman apparently is 700ths off Variable. That is not true. Niels is 5th, and here comes Matthias on his teammate up the inside at the straight, and it's job done for Matthias. If he doesn't outbrake himself, yeah, job done for Matthias, and he's up to 5th place ahead of Niels. Storm now running 7th, and he's got Jacko all over the back of him. Jacko has got to be careful on his fuel though, because he just appears to be running in yellow fuel mixture, which I'm guessing is not great. Sparus in 9th, and Lixer running around in 10th place, and gets a 5-second stop go for corner cutting. And somebody else did get a 3-second time penalty there. So we're about to approach lap 13, so we're nearly halfway through this race here at Singapore Record, the first social race for TFRL. There's a yellow flag in sector 3, and that is, oh, that's Niels. Niels, I think, might have spun it or had a bit of contact with Matthias maybe there. All the timing gaps are now fixed, so it's now 2.6 seconds between you two. That, I think, is correct. Yes, it is. Variable in 3rd, 7.5 seconds off, with Bossman a further 1.5 seconds off in 4th, Matthias 5th, Niels in 6th. Got a little bit of a group forming up behind them, with Storm and Jacko 7th and 8th coming onto the back of him after his mistake. Spice Virus 9th and Lixer in 10th. Let's have right on board with the battle for 6th though, and take it from Storm's point of view with the Mercedes. He's got Jacko all over the back of him in the Sauber. He's going to try and go for a bit of the undercut and a bit of a switch back there, but didn't pull off. He's not close enough this time around. And just to point out, Spice Virus is on quicker tyres compared to the guys in front of him, so I would think he'd be making up time. Oh, and Niels defending off Storm, and Storm now around the outside, and Niels, I think, has just got to back this off, and Jacko has outrun himself at the corner, but he makes it stick, and that is a nice move from Jacko to get it done. That part of the track was very nice, but let's cut the battle suddenly with 3rd and 4th as Variable and Bossman starting to lag again. Variable going 5/10 clear with Bossman, and Bossman is now caught up on the soft tyres. Not sure if he'll get those to the end. New fastest lap of the race set by Thrive Button with 33.9. I want to be seeing low 33s ideally in the race from the top A-League drivers. What are you pouring at? Oh, and Matthias gets a move done on Bossman. Bossman sets the fastest lap of the race and has been overtaken by Matthias, literally within the space of about 2 seconds. Matthias gets past Bossman, and Bossman now winning out. Has he disconnected from the session by any chance? Oh, what the hell? He's lagging a bit, alright. He's just nearly creamed into the back of Variable. Yeah, Bossman's connection is a bit dodgy, I've got to say. There is an FRL F3 social race going on, by the way, if anybody is watching that. Oh my god! I can't quite describe what happened there, but there was a bit of lag, and Bossman, I think, should give that position back. There's a bit of a frame rate drop as well on Bossman's end. So not to do with my connection. It's to do with Bossman's connection. Obviously his connection has not improved from F1 2017 when he raced with us in A-League. And Matthias and Variable all of the back of him. So Variable's lost 2 positions because of that lag. He's now behind Matthias and Bossman. And it does appear to me that Bossman might be starting to get away from Matthias a little bit. Gap is just fluctuating at this moment in time. So it'll be interesting to see if the guys can close it in behind. Variable is on fresher tyres, but his tyres will wear out a bit quicker compared to Matthias and Bossman, and I think that is him off the back of the battle now. He is dropping a couple of tenths per corner now. He's on the super softs compared to Bossman and Matthias on the softs. I think they're going for a two-stop strategy, while the two leaders, Button and Gasly, who are in the party with me, are on soft tyres and are probably going to go one stop. And Button will have the advantage because he is running a lap fresher tyres on those softs, and he's 5.1 seconds clear of Gasly at the minute. And what? You've got front wing damage. How'd you get that? Yeah. Yeah, Neil's running down in 9th place now. Virus right over the back of Storm, going at the end of the straight. Let's have a look on board with this battle. Virus against Storm. Be interesting to see if these two are paired together in either A-League or B-League. Storm running on the super soft compound tyre, but Virus is on the fresher tyres, the fresher softs. He has got 6 laps over Storm, whose tyres are going to be probably reaching peak performance by now, if not have already reached peak performance, and Sparris is going to be all over the back of him onto the straight, coming through the final couple of corners in the sector. Variable has dropped off a ton that last lap. He's now 2 seconds off. He's now gone 2 seconds backwards compared to Bossman and Matthias, who are getting quite close to each other, as Storm is coming in the pits. Oh, I thought Sparris was looking for a bit of cheeky DRS there, and he has got that. So Storm into the pits, going for a 2-stop strategy. Let's have a look at positions. Let's have a look at stops. So yeah, this is Storm's second stop. Niels is also in. He's coming in for his first stop, and will probably be putting on the supers to the end of the race, just to ensure he does get home. Of course, the 3 compounded tyres on this track are Ultras, Supers and Softs, and Neil's coming out in dead last place, currently getting the final point. Positions changed, by the way. Button has gained 11 positions from 12th, so well done to him. Sparris has gained 7 from 13th, so he's came from right at the back of the grid to 6th place currently. And Gasly and Elixir have both gained 2 positions. Variables gained 1. Most positions lost, VP, but he crashed out quite early on in the race, crashed into the pits. Binned it is the phrase I'm going to use on that, but let's go on board with Matthias. He's lost 3 positions, so has Jacko and Storm. So all of those have lost positions, and Matthias coming in for the pit, coming into the pits. I think he's going to go supers to the end possibly here. Might even be a pair of ultras for Matthias. Super softs it is though. Yep, it is super softs. I thought it was ultras for a minute there. He's going to be coming out behind Sparris Varus, but possibly ahead of Elixir here. As he reaches the end of the pit lane, it's going to be quite interesting to see. There goes Sparris Varus along the track side. Elixir's coming in, so Matthias is going to be out in clean air. And now we can put the hammer down. It's hammer time for Matthias. He tries to close in on Bossman, who will have to blink before the end of this race. He's gone 13 laps on those softs. Definitely appears to me that there's a bit more clouds starting to pick up now in the skies above Circuit Polo Card. I do believe, I'm under the impression that it is going to be a dry race weekend. Which I'll tell you what it might be actually. It might be all the dust fragments getting kicked up off the track. Because I know there's like a heat haze dust effect going on in this game, in the new graphics. Which is quite cool, I've got to say. Matthias now on the fresher tyres, and he's going to be closing in on Sparris Varus. He's already closed in 6, 7, 10th. He is using ERS mode 4, which is overtake mode. Number 5 is hot lap, of course. I got those 2 wrong earlier on. Thank you to Will for correcting me on that. As you can probably appreciate that my voice is actually going now. And Matthias now closing in, and also closing in Storm on the back of Jacko, 7th and 8th. that battle's going to get going pretty soon, so I'm guessing we're going to have 2 battles in the space of a couple of seconds here. Sparus. Let's go on board with Matthias though, because Matthias is closing at a quicker rate compared to Storm against Jacko. It's now 7/10 Matthias, 9/10 Storm. Matthias on those fresher tyres he's already on the back of Sparus Virus. And roughly, I think it's about a 25-second pit stop around here, on average. It'll be interesting to see when Bossman and Variable come into the pits, where this lies them in relation to Matthias, who's now looking for a move on Sparus Virus at the start. This long straight, I think it's the 3rd longest straight in F1. Matthias now cutting to the inside. He should already have it done on the inside, but Sparus Virus is making a go of it. He's not going to have a go of it though, and Matthias easily gets past Sparus Virus for 5th place, and now Matthias can run free in clean air, and now he can probably set the fastest lap of the race as well. And if he does that, he will be closing in on Bossman and Variable at a rate of knots. And let's go on board with Storm. They're at the end of the straight now. Storm catching on Jacko. He's got 2 laps fresher tyres, but of course the supers are going to be wearing quicker compared to Jacko. Bossman is in the pits. Thank you. I've just picked up on that. As soon as you said that, I've just picked up on it. Variable's coming in as well, so both of them I think might have heard me. And Matthias now coming in. It's going to be quite close, but I think Matthias is going to be out ahead of Bossman here, looking at it. Bossman's at the end of the pit lane though. Matthias is there, and he's got him by an absolute country mile. Matthias has got the undercut done on Bossman. Sparus Virus has been put in Bossman's way as well. He is now running in 4th place on track. I'm guessing he'll be running to the end on those softs, try and make those last to the end. I think he's on for either 6th or 7th at the minute. Sparus running off the curb, just catching a little bit of dust on the outside of the corner. This is just going to let Matthias get away further on the super softs, and he is. He's already run 2 laps, and here comes Bossman on the back of Sparus. Oh, he's already got the move done even before the braking zones, just like Matthias the last lap around. Bossman gets the move done. Niels picks up a 3-second time penalty. He is closing in on Lixer. So Bossman gets the move done on Sparus. And Storm is on the back of Jacko, and they're running down the straight. Could this be a repeat of what we've just seen? Storm going to the outside this time. Jacko defending the inside. He's later on the brakes. Is he going to make the corner, Jacko? He does. He's defending a little bit aggressively, but it's fair play to Jacko defending Storm. And these two, I think, are going to have a battle till the end of the race if Storm doesn't complete a move very, very soon. And he could try it here, you know, round the outside of the right-hander. Pity we're not getting a better camera angle. And Jacko and Storm. Jacko still defending off Storm. As we reach lap 20 out of 27. 8 laps to go, actually, including this one that the leaders won. And Button leads by 10.3 seconds from Gasly in 2nd. Matthias in 3rd. I think he's nigh on settled for that position, but Bossman is closing on the Ultras. Matthias running on the Supers. Be interesting to see if one of them can pick up. Storm now in the DRS, trying to go for Jacko at turn 1. Is he going to go on the outside? Possibly. Jacko, Storm just needs to be a little bit more aggressive and just try and force Jacko in a bit of a mistake. But it'd be interesting to see if Storm can actually get past now Jacko, and he's going around the outside here. What a move this could be from Storm. He's trying to go around the outside. He's still stuck on the outside line. He's trying to go for a switch back on Jacko. Jacko just overruns the corner. Bossman picks up the 3-second time penalty in the meantime though, and it's side by side. Run on the straight. Jacko gets a 3-second time penalty, and these two are battling tooth and nail down the straight. Storm should have the straight line speed with the DRS and activation, and he's got the move done, has he? Jacko's going to dive back down the inside. Storm makes his car look as wide as possible, and Storm gets the move done, but I don't think it's the end of this battle for sure. Storm is now in clear air. Jacko is on less wearing tyres. These, I think, are going to be probably keeping a little bit of time between each other. So the battle for 7th and 8th is still ongoing. Bossman catching Matthias, but not catching him quick enough, I don't think, at the minute. Let's ride on board with Storm. If Storm can get clear of Jacko, I'll go on to the race director and give you guys a look at the penalties. As there's a bit of sneezing going on in the party here. I think we're all coming down with a bit of flu tonight. Dear me. Storm now pulling away from Jacko, so let's go on board with race director. The new look race director. Of course, you can see the tyres on the left-hand side of the screen. And let's just have a look at the penalties that people have occurred this race. Button, starting off with you. Three penalties. And many warnings. Lightning Gasly. A penalty and a stop goal. That stop goal should get removed though. Matthias, 1 warning. Perfect example of a driver. Bossman. 4 penalties for Bossman. And plenty of warnings. Varus. 4 penalties and plenty of warnings. Variable. 4 penalties and plenty of warnings. Including 2 on the first lap. Storm has got 2 penalties and a couple of warnings. Jacko has got 3 penalties, including 1 on the last lap. Elixir has got a stop goal and 2 penalties. But I think he served a stop goal in the pits. Niels, 2 penalties. Liam, 1 penalty. VP, 0. And HYT, 0. He got a stop goal in the first lap. Dear me. Jacko was still trying to keep Storm and force Storm into a bit of a mistake here, as Button has picked up his 5th time penalty now. 4th time penalty, I'm getting ahead of myself. It is coming over. Yep, Varus picks up a 5th time penalty. Storm defending off Jacko, and he has got the run off the final corner there, so he is keeping him at bay for now. Bossman did lose a little bit of time in the first sector, and again, just losing a little bit of time through that first sector. He is 6 tenths up on his personal best lap, so he is beginning to push those ultras further and try and get Matthias before the end of the race. However, penalties might conclude that Matthias currently will get in 3rd place, with Bossman sitting in 4th. Sparris is doing a good job though in 5th on those softs, as we keep on board with battle for Storm, as we keep on board with the battle between Storm and Jacko. And not forgetting, we've also got 2 other drivers in the race, Elixir and Niels. They're running quite a way apart from the other drivers. Jacko just getting caught on the curb there, but he has got DRS. It will be interesting to see if they implement a DRS zone running up the hill, which I think they should, because I think they could look for some great overtakes around here. And Jacko's right on the back of him. He's using the overtake mode to great effect. And is he going to go up the inside of Storm here? Possibly at the double right-hander. He's still sticking it up the inside. Storm keeps it around the outside, just about. Bossman has been forced into a mistake, apparently, by Matthias. Oh, and Jacko catches the back of Storm's car. Again, similar to what we saw in FRL F1. Jacko, just a slight tap of Storm's back end has forced Storm into a spin. By all rights, Jacko should be waiting up and giving that position back to Storm, because Storm did have that position sealed. Elixir is 8 tenths off though, so I wouldn't recommend slowing down and letting him through. But that is Jacko's choice if he wants to do that. Bossman losing a lot of time now compared to Matthias. I think he must have had a moment somewhere out on track, which I haven't caught. Is it raining? I just thought I saw a bit of a rain spot in the end of the first sector. Well, Storm though still now defending off the other Sauber of Elixir. Jacko is keeping that gap at 6.7 seconds for now, as Elixir closes in on Storm. Elixir, of course, FRL F3 current champion. I'm not sure if he is returning to FRL this season, but it'll be quite interesting to see what he can do here in the social race and what he can do in TFRL, because we have signed him up on a contract and he is trying to look for a move on Storm here. At the double right-hander, Bossman goes into the pit, I think, for another set of ultras. Those tyres must have absolutely gave up on him. Yeah, he's gone for a set of supers. Ultra's definitely not the tyre to be on. If anybody's thinking of pitting, Don't go on the ultras. Lixa 3/10 off Storm now. Jacko is pulling away from Storm, so I think Jacko actually might have had an advantage over Bossman. And Bossman just about gets ahead of Jacko, who picks up a 3-second time penalty, trying to get Bossman here. Not sure what he's trying to do. Bossman's just going to pull away from him. Jacko shouldn't be fighting this. It is for position though. He is entitled to fight. And Bossman just says, you know what, I'll defend this and pull away from you. And that is exactly what Bossman is doing, taking a much deeper line there. Forcing Jacko in a bit of a mistake when he went off the curb, and now 6.5 to his advantage. Bossman leads Jacko down the straight. Let's cut on board with the battle with Storm and Lixa. And Lixa is much closer compared to the last lap. Could be reaching 200 miles an hour with DRS. He is reaching 200. And is he going to go for a move on Storm up the inside? Kevin TFRL F3 champion on Storm. Trying to go on the outside. He's trying to go for a switchback now. On Storm, just gets caught on the half spin. But he's still right on the back of him, running side by side up the hill. Lixa and Storm. This is a turn 8, I do believe. I hope I'm right. Lixa's gone for a move up the inside. Oh, Storm keeps it around the outside and gets the traction off the corner to keep that position. But it is looking like Storm is a bit vulnerable at the minute. 8th and 9th on the line here. Button, Gasly and Matthias. I think that's going to be your top 3 in this race. With Sparris Virus looking like he's going to secure a 4th. Variables tyres are now starting to fall off a little bit. But Lixa locking up. Not running ABS by the looks of it. And Storm and Lixa. Storm just pulling away and Lixa still trying to get him. 8th and 9th is the battle. I hope the stream quality has been good for you guys, by the way. If anybody is watching this quality and is liking the commentary, there'll be more social races coming within the next 2 weeks. I'm on holiday from tomorrow, but I will be back on Friday, and there should be a social race being hosted on next Sunday at 7 o'clock as per usual. And if you're not wanting TFRL F1 action, there will be also Porsche Super Cup testing. That'll be next Saturday. I will have a word with Elliot and hopefully he might be catching back up on the stream, so I've just mentioned it. But Storm and Lixa, lap 26, we're on the penultimate lap here in Circuit Paul Ricard. Do apologise for the stream going down earlier on. That was not my fault. Well, it kind of was for me leaving the race. Bit of a spectator glitch going on with 3 of our drivers out on track. Everything is fixed though. It is one of the patches that... oh, Lixa's going for a move up the inside! Lixa goes for a move up the inside. Storm saw it coming. He's trying to go for a switchback, but Lixa's got the move done. Just as I was going on about something else, Lixa gets the move done. Running wide off the curb though, and Storm is going to have a better run into the final corner. It's not over yet. And they are getting closer to Jacko. I think Jacko might have made a little mistake. We're on the penultimate lap now though. And Storm's trying to cut through an inside move at turn 1. Didn't quite pull it off. But he has got a good run off turn 2. I think Lixa has just got the advantage for now. Storm is right on the back of him though. Be interesting to see if they use the ERS. Both running similar amounts of ERS at the minute. Around 19-20% they're on. Storm maybe just running a fraction more ERS compared to Lixa. Just getting caught wide on the curb there. And Storm has now lost time. Oh! And Lixa's crashed! Who's crashed? Somebody's crashed. Storm's crashed! It's Storm, sorry. Storm has crashed somehow. I don't know what on earth happened there. He was nowhere near Lixa. And now Niels has got an opportunity. It's Storm. Won the final lap. Button leads by 17.5 seconds. From Niels in second. I'm not quite sure what happened to Storm. But here comes Niels around the outside. I think Storm has just got to let him on by because Storm has got right side end plate damage. And that... oh, I don't quite know what happened to him. But that has just put the nail in his coffin. His Button is coming up to lap Storm actually. At the end of the third, at the start of the third sector here, Button leads by 18.2 seconds, and it is going to be a win from around France. started from 12th place on the grid, getting 11th position. He is going to be my driver of the day here today. Oh, indeed. See, I'm a nice person. Button now rounding the final 3 corners here at Circuit Paul Ricard. The first experience of TFRL on here. Storm just getting a bit Larry on the outside of the corner, but Button wins in the Renault, and probably a French team wins here at Circuit Paul Ricard. Lightning Gasly in second. If he didn't get that front wing damage, might have been a bit more of a different race. As Lightning Gasly now coming across the line, aka Will Murdoch will cross the line in second place. Button did have penalties, and that's why the gap's reduced to 9 seconds. Matthias is going to round off the top 3 here in France. In the Force India, a good job from Matthias. And he's going to finish third. Spirus Virus is keeping Variable and Bossman at bay. Spirus Virus keeping Variable at bay here, but it'll be interesting to see the penalty situation. Spirus is going to cross the line in 4th. It's a good drive from him, I've got to say. Spirus in 4th, Variable 5th, and that's how they will remain, with Bossman finishing in 6th place. Jacko about to come across the line, well, around the final corner now for Jacko. He's going to come across the line in 7th. Maybe a bit undeserving after just tapping the back end of Storm, but I know we didn't mean it, and there's something that we will improve on. Lixer rounding the final round, crossing the line in 8th and coming within 7/10 of his teammate in the end. And I think Niels might have made a little mistake there, and Niels is going to come across the line in 9th place, with Storm of course finishing in 10th. Niels coming across the line in 9th, and that is the first TFRL social race on F1 2018 finished. Oh, and now for the podium celebrations, which I will not skip. Renault on top of the podium here in France, with Lightning Gasly second, Button finishing first, picking up the trophy there. Gasly second, and Matthias sitting in 3rd place. And it is time for the champagne and the confetti to flow here at Circuit Paul Ricard. There's somebody looking like ex-Matty G there. Dear me. Probably because it was ex-Matty G. But here is the final roundup of the order. There we go. Button, the Peruvian driver, who was not Peruvian, he's actually British, wins here at Circuit Paul Ricard. Lightning Gasly finishing second, starting from 4th place. And Matthias running off the top 3 in 3rd. Didn't even pick up a penalty that race, Matthias. Fantastic work. Spirus in 4th, Variable in 5th. Bossman in 6th, Jackal 7th, Lixer 8th, Storm 9th, and Niels 9th, and Storm 10th. Liam, VP, and HYT also did race in the race, but they crashed out at an early stage. And with that, I would at this point normally do the interviews. But we're not going to have any interviews because I need to be going off, because I can feel my voice going. I really can. Oh dear. But thank you for tuning in, guys, to the TFRL channel. There'll be a lot more content coming in the next couple of weeks on the channel, so keep your eyes peeled for testing sessions for both GT Sport and F1. And from myself, JamesHead14, and from Thrive Button, and Lightning Gasly, and Small Guy, who I think is here. He's the... No, he's not. But thank you, everyone, for watching. I am. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And until next time, goodbye.